No sniper. Okay. Well, Sugar Akira is obviously on snipes. That's what they're best at. Two DMR. I mean, two marksmen. Yue on Michelle.
This is
Flavia on
completely
TPT.
different from what we've seen before, actually. There are two marksmen on the side of Lucky Star here, but it is going to be the Nobu Kokona instead of, say, a Chio or a Madeline. Now, we see something even more interesting. Actually, no, I mean, that was Students of Bima. Lucky Star is the one that's going to be having something interesting. As there is no sniper, there's going to be a Riichi, yes, but it instead is going to be Amara for the flex pick, the final flex pick that is, and with that fragrant sustain, going into the grand finals, very first map onto Windy Town. We've already seen the defense spread out. Shiger is going to be going into a cheese spot round 1. Let's see if they can find the snipe, as they're currently uncontested without another sniper to help contest them here.
It looks like a B hit from...
Instant stringify headshot coming in from Shigeru Akira to start off these grand finals. And Amara is out of the running for the very first round forever. Gotta get her from that one for sure. And Shigeru is keeping up the pressure, holding up sightlines again. Even if the sniper's holding the sightlines, TPT is holding the area as well. Finally, Shigeru Akira has to back off, understanding that they are going to get pushed down if Lucky Star keep moving up, which they are. Moyu Lee making sure Shigeru Akira cannot get the value that he has. Moon got him, Luina a bit lagged out, so he's going to get shot by TPT. He is completely fine though, thanks to the fragrance. Bit of the no need for shield, at least for this round. As Herrera gets blinded, win nade in response. Here comes the wall. Now the question is, do they go ahead and attempt to try to get through? Yeah, multiple nades getting used, including ink nades. They try to make it through, but there goes the bomb planter. Ayu's down on the ground. They try to go ahead and recover, maybe find another return pick, but they're unable to so far. Moyu Lee attempting to find a flank on the Shigeru Akira, but Herrera coming in from behind, catching him off guard. Two more members left, instantly taken out. So that is the first round going to Students of Bimo.
Incredible push from Students of Bimo here. Well, it's incredible push, incredible management, really. That save, that fallback from Shigeru Akira, knowing multiple people were gonna push in. That insane headshot to Mara from this corner in the residential area. Really held them back, giving Students of Bimo the numbers advantage they needed. They could take any trade and they would still win with one left.
Round 2, Shigeru Akira using a little bit different of a B spot this time, but realistically just a high-low. Lucky Star already knowing that it's probably going to happen again. They're being a bit more careful at scaling up on B long here. Shigeru Akira barely misses the stringify headshot twice here. Still is relatively safe. Now has to back off. A bit of poke going on to TPT, but he's relatively fine, so he'll stay on guard. Drone's going to go and heal him up just completely fine. Now Lucky Star finally at the arches are putting down a dark room wall. Here comes the push, the knife, and a bunch of fighting happening inside dark room. TPT has to back off here if he wants to survive. There's so much chaos in there, but however, Moyu Lee goes down, but the trades have gone out in favor of Lucky Star thanks to the knife and thanks to the wall. The fight rages on inside a dark room, but all of a sudden, Students of Bimo have the HP advantage. They have the coconut advantage. They're going to go ahead and try to res the person on the ground. It's going to go ahead and not work out, unfortunately, but again, the HP advantage here, able to clean up the finishing blows and going ahead to secure another round for Students of Bimo. Holy frioles, what a push coming in from Lucky Star. Unfortunately, they weren't able to fully make use of the sustain from the fragrance yet. They don't have an awakening one on that fragrance. So even if they were able to find the 2 immediate picks, the amount of damage they withstood from that immediate push kind of made them lose their tempo there. and it allowed Sunta Bimo to have a method back into the round via not numbers, via HP advantage there. And because of that, it put Lucky Star in a very, very hard pickle there. They all fell one by one after the dust settled. Now it's gonna be a mid push.
Like a mid push.
Coming in, and Wen
Lee from Oyuli.
Yeah, very aggro, already in mid. They're letting them take mid. They're gonna go ahead and ink the drop off just in case. But here comes, look at Wen Lee. Wen Lee is scanning and looking for Shigeru Kira as the massive Lucky Star is staying in mid, waiting for some sort of play to happen, which Wen Lee is in charge of here. Shigeru Kira might not see this, but then again, Wen Lee doesn't see Shigeru Kira. There's the scan. They think, oh, Shigeru Kira thinks that Wen Lee is currently mid with the rest of the team. They don't know the location of the scan, but TPT is standing close to the sniper to potentially help out. Shigeru Kira a bit suspicious now, not knowing where anyone is. But here comes Wen Lee. Does get a Stringify headshot. Shigeru Kira is in danger, but Jigure able to take him out, but the trades have gone out. The push has gone through. Lucky Star going right into spawn, trying to clean up the play that has happened. It's only Herrera left on the sniper's position. Is about to get taken out by multiple members here. He's staying alive, however. A final headshot secures the round. First round to Lucky Star here for the grand finals.
It's really a tough matchup if they keep playing like this. Though, do you think the same trick will work twice with Wen Lee on the back here, playing safe, stalling time, waiting for students of Bimo to get aggressive?
If they see the same pattern again, definitely, but they can mix up that pattern very slightly. And that might throw students of Bimo off in a loop. But however, that's hard to say because there is Hera on the team. He might see the signs early and call that there is going to be the same play as before. But as we go into this A hit, look at where Yue is positioned in a very cheesy spot. There goes the claw. He can jump down if he doesn't even need to. Air immediately winning the fight. And now it's already a 5v4. And there's already so much damage onto Ayu. He goes down. Yue pops into action. Air is fragging out with his life on the line. Moyu Lee is the only one that can try to res. Nades going out as well. Wen Lee attempting to help out as well. There goes the reses. 4v4. Ultimates on. All ultimates available on the field right now. There's a massive blind getting used. Great flashbang, whoever threw that one. Herrera's down on the ground. Phantom Flutter is flopped. There goes the reconstruct as well. Michelle is alive. Phantom Flutter gone. It seems that TPT is down as well. Massive amounts of fight. Somehow, some way, Lucky Star somehow turned this around, even with all the ultimates used on the field. Shigure Kira got orbed. He is getting util dumped for the life of him, trying to escape. He is holding a right hand position, trying to stay alive, trying to get supported. There goes the Steel Truth at all. Both teams holding no bars, using all the ultimates as they can to make sure the round is secured. Now, as they make their way towards B, looking to plant the bomb to secure the round. Here comes Forever as well, holding the line just a little bit, just to make sure that they are fully safe to plant this bomb. But here comes Forever from behind. He orbed the Michelle. Gets taken down. It's only Shikira and Kira left in the 1v3 against both of the rifles. All three of them, actually. One does go down, but we were tied up yet again. Not yet again. Lucky Star finally tied it up.
I mean, technically, again, since they started 0-0.
Yeah, they went.
They rebounded
rebounded the round. And through that, even with all those ults coming in from students of Bimo, they weren't able to close it out. And because of that, we're going into round 5 in a situation that heavily favors Lucky Star with 4 ultimates on the field. They're able to potentially snowball and gain a lead for this half if they're allowed to here. Samemi,
they've got a good momentum going on. They're keeping up with the mid push here.
Here's the orbs, and now it's quiet across the field. They might be expecting the Ricci mid, but the wall is already there, so they know exactly where Wenli is. There's the Stealth Master getting used. Herrera's on the position, can hear this happen. Now the question is, can Moongod stay alive? There's the Grim Reaper. It has it hit anyone, actually? Yeah, it's hit TPT. TPT, oh, a big fight. There goes the pick. Moongod is down. Yue and Herrera smelled him out. We're able to track him down. Yue about to get pushed. Here comes Muyole getting down as well. DPT is there to assist. And just like that, falling like dominoes, Lucky Star immediately demolished on the push to A. Another round for Suits of Bimo. There goes the snowball, completely smothered.
Moongod really overextended with their ultimate there, taking that early fight before their team could get ready down in mid. That wasn't even a trade. That was a straight up murder by Herrera over there. Despite hearing Moongod close by, he did not even flinch. He kept that position, kept holding it. And that is really remarkable from Students of Bimo there. Completely controlled the situation, and there was no chaos. An organized massacre down in A site. We're heading into round 6.
Yep.
With a
Look at where Herrera is, though. GZ position has to A3 out. There is no A2, so no scan. So they're gonna have to hold the arches much harder. Wait already! Someone is down forever. Down on the ground, got beamed. Very lightly from Herrera. Push out from alleyway a little bit to keep the pressure to get the res off. Shigure able to keep a lot of pressure. No one wants to peek that alleyway. They know that the sniper is there. Smoke's going out, getting used. No push onto alleyway. Here comes the wall, dark room wall once again. And here comes the fierce hold for the arches and the dark room. There goes a knife. Here comes the push as well. Another TP. Where's the air? He gets taken out, unfortunately. That would have been an amazing play, but he gets caught out immediately. And now the numbers and the trades are going out. The bomb carrier is down, but that doesn't matter if the numbers are still there. However, it goes into a 1v2 situation. 1v1, just barely. Moongod is able to clutch it out, make sure that round does go through.
Really
going to tie yet again. Nice. Heated match so far.
Heated match so far. Mighty Meow up again. Phantom Flutter up again. How will they use it all in this round like they did 3 rounds ago? So far, we've seen incredible util usage from Yue. No one could ignore their turrets even if they wanted to.
Mid
But
coming
so far,
in.
a very balanced matchup.
Lucky Star, they're just giving up mid. They've been giving up mid over and over and over again, and it seems to be working to an extent. But now the question is, how can Lucky Star go from here? Because yet again, there is a lot of sightlines they have to deal with. 2 hard-holding marksmen on either side, making sure that either the pushes get heavily taxed or get someone immediately downed. If they go right in to defender's spawn here, they're gonna get crunched in one by one. If they go to A, Herrera's looking. If they go to B, there's Shigure Kira. We're gonna have to see what happens here. Here's a knife. They're looking for information anywhere. They can't find any. They do hear footsteps. They can only assume that it's TPT, but they don't know who it exactly is. Oh, UA scanned. So they do know where the Michelle is, but they don't know where the rest of the team is. They can only assume. But understanding that Shigure and Herrera have been playing in the same positions before, they can make an educated guess that Herrera is playing A and Shigure is playing B. And here comes the push. Shield Search gets used. There's the claw. They're gonna go right into defender's spawn. There goes the Phantom Flutter. There goes the Mighty Meow. And here comes the fight. There's a lot of damage going in on both sides. The Phantom Flutter is keeping them alive. TPT has to has to end it early. The sniper
going in all alone, 2v1.
The MR down on the ground as well. It is going to be a 4v2 after the dust settles. It seemed that Lucky Stars has paid off in spades. The bomb is getting planted on B. Currently a 2v4 situation here. Yue trying to find an angle to approach. But here comes the rest of the rifles as well, making sure to support forever in this push here. TPT goes down, and here we go, 4-3. Lucky Star have made an entrance and have taken the lead for this half. It might go to 5-3, understanding, but 1 EMP is all it takes to make this completely tied up yet again.
And the thing is that their aggressive player, TPT, can literally rush in and die because the reconstruct is up right now. But we've seen how Lucky Stars have slowed down, taking info slowly with the Reichi scan, and formulating a plan on the fly, really tipping Students of Bimo's balance off.
This is the last round of the half of the first game for the grand finals of Ayatori Cup, and it's going to be an A hit. There hasn't been an A hit in a while, but here comes the Sanctified Shield, allowing them to plant the bomb if they so choose, and additionally looking at Forever right now, able to keep him alive while trying to take Bank as well. But Shigeru Akira on the prowl, looking for a pick. There goes the claw, no more claw. For now, here comes the bomb play. A bit of Poco to Herrera. A bit of a push. He gets caught out. No more EMP, but there is a reconstruct just in case. Herrera's still alive. EMP is still alive. We're going to have to see what happens here as we see Moyu Lee in a very unique position. There goes the self-faster getting used, trying to stall out for time. Here comes the push through. Here comes Moyu Lee. Here comes the EMP. Getting used. Everyone's going to get scammed, but the bomb is going to explode if they don't find the last two quick enough. They're both in garden. They have to hold. They have to bait the bomb. It is a 5v2 at the end of the day. They find the sniper. The bomb is going off. Here comes the second defuse. They do not find it yet. Do they defuse it? I believe they do. It is completely tied up yet again. We're going into the second half completely tied up. Both Lucky Star and Students of Bimo are not pulling any of their punches. This is going to be an insane best of 5.
They're really going out for each other's neck this match.
And I believe I see a Galatea on the side of Lucky Star. We'll see if it gets picked, but it is going to be, yeah, it would be a bit of a very unique pick for this map. They do have the Nobu and the Michelle here, so B is under control. Now the question is, are they able to keep A under control? The answer is probably. They do have a Chio, but Chio might be better used mid. But, however, Students of Bimo are playing double marksman. They're going to be going on the sides much more often than they are going mid. So Chio is going to get a little bit less use case in order to stop the push. But then again, since it's a Chio and since it's double marksman, if at any point in time the Students of Bimo do go mid, the push is going to be heavily stopped because, again, the marksmen are going to be a bit late to said push. And most of the damage is going to be on the front line, which might just kind of cuck Students of Bimo if they ever do push mid.
But we've seen how Students of Bimo early get early info down in long here. Here's the early scan from Shigeru Akira.
They don't see
Wenli's not gonna be. They won't see Wenli, and they don't see Ayu either. They have no idea what to go off of.
How much damage does he find? Nothing. The marksmen are already so far up. It seems they escaped Wenli's eyes, but then again, it could be someone else that is holding his position. Wenli getting tagged.
Taking insane 110 damage down in mid.
Only 100 health left. It's gonna regen a bit of shield, but not too much. Students of Bimo using plant wall. There goes a nade. There goes the scan. There goes the Luina as well. They're trying to find Forever. Nothing given. Here comes the bear looking to get ice on the field, but here comes the Ming Orb attempting to push whoever was on the box off. Uh-oh, here comes a push from Herrera. He's going in alone. Well, not really alone, but he is the first one in as the Ryuichi, even when taxed. There goes the ice, finally. Really good ice. Really good stall from Wenli.
Really
30
good
seconds
patience.
left for the bear. Now we're in a bit of a pickle. Soon to Bimo have to plant the bomb when it is currently ice. The ice is going to go down very shortly. Ayu holding the box position. Here goes the knife. They know where Ayu is. They're looking for any sort of cheese just in case. There goes the bomb plant. They're trying to spam for it. They cannot find it. The bomb goes down. We're going into post plant. Here comes the retake as fast as lightning. They're attempting to, at the very least, Yue finding Moon God in a situation and wins the 1v1. But the fight rages on. It's not over, but it's a 3v5 in favor of Tsutsubamo. Ayu is able to push out through the bridge. Wenli gets immediately downed. The DMR is gone. And now, the only one left, Zoyu Lee, stuck in a terrible position. Oh, just kidding. He's not the only one left. Oh my god, Ayu is still alive. But in a 1v4, that's a bit hard to deal with. Gets completely dive bombed.
Especially in that position there. You can't even flee because you will catch someone's eye. Standing in one place is all Ayu could do at that moment. We saw Lucky Star's intense control, intense patience. That bear, I didn't even see the bear until that second wave hit. That's how info deprived I assume students of Bimo might have been. And that might have really caught everyone off guard. They didn't push off the first wave. They were really skeptical. They had no info to go off of. And it seems that Lucky Star knows how to deprive their enemies of info, which is a key component if they want to win and balance the matchup here.
Moyuli hears this. Instant arrow. Bit of damage. 80 damage. Right onto Hair and mid. Right on to Seafire. Now they're a bit privy to what's going on here. Ming Orb right on the turret. Bit of a fight happening between the marksmen. Bit of damage around to Shigure. Doesn't find his mark, unfortunately. But here is the star of this round. Ayu almost finds the kill, but has to run away. Ignite to cover the escape. It seems to work out. Yu is on the position, but the ice is there on the field as well. They still holding on to alleyway, but it's about to momentarily get hit by Shigure. But Shigure is not even concerned with getting a kill. He's concerned about the Michelle turret instead. Moyu Lee is alone near the attacker spawn. Has to kite, has to get away, is about to get crunched, but who's crunching who? As the sniper, Shigure is about to get hit as well. He's trying to stay alive on top of the wall, but he's seemingly fine forever. About to get sniped, but unable to. Shigure on the ground inside of the river. The trains are going out. Forever's down on the ground. So is Moyu Lee. There comes the rest of the fight. Ayu with a great position, but the fight seems to be swinging to the Bino's favor. Ayu still alive. Gets hit by the shotgun pistol. There's only one member left. They go down as well. Another round for Tsutsubamo. It seems their attack somehow is working. It is kind of hard to tell exactly why, but it seems that they're catching people off guard and positioning and taking massive advantage of it.
This time they went for a more aggressive approach, if one hasn't noticed. A really aggressive approach might have really stopped Student of Bimo's push here. I just noticed we have a two-point lead. That's like a first. That's not really the first we've seen, but usually we've seen a pattern where Lucky Star adapts and bounces back just as powerful. So I'm really excited to see what's going on here. They've opted in for a split push, a B to mid split push with all the aggro. Whoa.
It seems that Moon God wasn't spotted. However, he might get scanned if Shigure does scan the correct area, but the fire coming in by Forever, he does get poked, but the fire coming in from Forever is keeping them under wraps. Moon God's position is still not seen, but he might get seen through this note right here. He still is not seen. He's not instantly broken yet again. Moon God still is active in that position. Sounds across the field, they're still wary. Like, why are they breaking this note so fast? Surely there is something going on. But we'll have to know. There comes the wall to pressure down mid and be at the same time for the split push. But it seems that they're ready for this. Finally, the stand goes down. Moongod has to get away, but Forcing snipes him. Oh my goodness, we're fine. But it wasn't a headshot. Moongod survives with 22 HP. But here comes the fight out to Muyo Lee. He goes. It takes a bunch of damage as well. There's no sustain on the side of Lucky Star. So they have to find picks now or never. But now, because of the fact that they slowed down, it seems that they're able to regen just a bit. They do have a healing nade just to patch up the wound real quick. But here comes Yue inside of Selfmaster, trying to find a flank, trying to find information. He finds all of it, knows where they all are. Here comes the bomb plant spot. Ayu gets caught out in the cubby area on site. Here comes the fight. Here comes the flag as well. They immediately get taken out. Yue is down on the ground. There's no more. 9 seconds left in the round. They keep trying to go in. They're trying to finish this round as fast as possible to make sure the bomb doesn't get planted. And it goes into Lucky Star's favor as the bomb doesn't get planted, nor do they all die either. What a round. Lucky Star
they
still
kind
in
of
this.
died in the end. They simply took too long. They almost did. Although they had a really good strategy, but they weren't fast enough to initiate it. And because of that, like the mid team, they were standing still for half the round. That's going to be quite an issue if they don't up the pace here, because all you get is 2 minutes to plant the bomb or kill everyone. And with Lucky Star's ways to maintain safe distance, it's almost as if you can't spot them. This time they only spot one, but they heard two.
Ayu smells something fishy. No info. Here comes the push. Ayu immediately spots it. He has to back up. Here comes the wall. Here comes the fight. No sense fight used yet. Forever is currently hidden. DBT though, about to see it. Forever is currently found. Here comes the Sky Shatter to attempt to assist, but Forever is down on the ground. Here comes the Shield Surge, patching him up. But there goes the bomb carrier. Yue gets caught by the Mighty Now. Currently at 4v4, fight and guarded. The sniper Shigure is here, but it seems to be working out. The ice is on the ground, all the way in guard. There goes Error. And because of that Mighty Meow, that single Mighty Meow, there goes the entire round. We're tied up yet again.
6-6 from both sides. There's 3 ultimates in each. There's the Noble EMP, the Phantom Flutter from Moongod. Moongod was the key player here. Their pushes were incredibly elegant. Timed right, aligned with their Sky Shatter. They pushed just in time to catch 2 on the front and 2 on the back. A well-coordinated push.
Oh my god, it seems the mind games did work out for Sunsa Bimo. Knowing that they lost on A, surely they think, Lucky Star thinks that Sunsa Bimo are going to go back to B this time, seeing that doesn't work. But one person shows themselves going into A a bit early then. Jigure Kira finds a snipe, 477, but Awakening 1 is active for Forever. He does survive, but the push-in trying to secure the kill. He does go down. No trades going out, though. 2 immediately. What in the world? The ice is on the ground already. Jigure Kira, there goes the Phantom Flutter as well. Can Jigure Kira clutch this round somehow? Find something. The trades are not there right now for Sunsa Bimo, but he does find one. It's only Herrera left in the 1v2. No HP to speak of. Gets immediately taken out by Moyu Lee. And there we go. Lucky Star taking the lead. A lot of ultimates for Sunsa Bimo though this round. They can probably secure one, but there is an EMP available for Lucky Star. That might be the ultimate they need
to go that hasty. That it was too hasty. Their push was too hasty. They just walked into their trap here.
Now the thing is, if they instead had a Meredith instead of, say, the sniper, yes, that play would be absolutely perfect. But additionally speaking, Shigure was a bit behind on that push, so unfortunately they weren't able to help close it out. And since Shigeru was pretty far away, he wasn't there to assist. Bit of a fight into mid. Ayu going down immediately. 2 immediately down. There is no 3 constructors. No Kokona on the side of Lucky Star, but the trades are going out right in the ice. It's already... What just happened? The ice and the trays, the retrays going out. It's just a marksman left. They do find one. Hera does find one. Can he find another to equalize? No, he cannot. It is just Shigeru left near the bridge. Forever holding with the Flavia. There goes a nade. Here comes a heal. There goes the Flavia ephemeral butterfly. Spam for forever. Confirms around 8-6.
Match point in favor of Lucky Star. Moon God really knows how to play Flavia. That coordinated push with Wenli, everyone died through the ice or confused down in mid. So many utilities thrown around in there. They didn't have time to react or fly out because of Moon God's pure mechanical skill there. His tracking was smooth throughout the round, and I hope to see more of that in the upcoming matches. It seems like they're going for a B push again. B seems to be really popular. An early wall. Are they trying to?
No, they're using a fake this time. But Wenli is holding the position with that Yvette invisibility here. Bit of fire going in from both sides. The arrow's already out. A2 Mo Yuli gets shot a bit. Sky Shatter. Here it goes. Used on TPT.
Sky Shatter.
And they go ahead and try to go in. TPT down on the ground. That Sky Shatter went in spades by a pick right on to the enemy Flavia. Moon God down on the ground as well, but there is res. There goes the Showtime to deny it. Here comes another marksman snipe. I'm not sure if Shigeru is absolutely crushing out or not. There's no kill feed, smiley face. Here comes the fight. Herrera, the brothers are fighting near the alleyway. Currently a 4v3. Now a 3v3 evened up yet again. A snipe for Shigeru, pushing the advantage. As much again, Yue is signifying to stay alive and allowing the 2 marksmen to frag out. 8-7. This could go to overtime. However, that's going to be very tough considering that Lucky Star have so many ultimates on the field for this round.
It's as if they were saving for this moment, and that round was just a fluke. But we do see Stealth ready for Yue. Stealth, then they have the Iron Wall, and the Fragrance Ultimate. So they will have to be, they need that perfect opportunity if they want to use that ultimate. It seems like a split. Seems like a split push again. Split off to
this time. Moon got seen. They're gonna go ahead and take the space now, but Moyo Lee is not letting them have it. There goes the arrows. There goes the wall. Unique wall to make sure that Moon God gets pushed out as they go ahead and try to hit in. This is a 1-3 wall. However, Forever finds a pick. Here comes the EMP. Here comes the Sanctified Shield as well. There goes the Mighty Email. Massive fight in the backside. So Phantom Flutter gets used as well. And it's seemingly all but over. What can the marksman find? Mighty Email behind. There's 2 people in front. It's only her left. First game
and
goes
it's a
to
win
Lucky Star.
for Lucky Star.
That's holy. Fortunately, finally Lucky Star adapted.
I couldn't contain my scream. I was shaking on the chair here, watching these fights unfold. There's a massive difference between these 2 teams, but the matchup still seemed very balanced here.
Yeah, I believe Whitney Town was. Yeah, I believe Whitney Town was Lucky Star's map pick.
No, it was the students of Bimo's map
Really?
pick.
It was their map pick?
Yeah,
I see.
It was their map pick.
Ah, yeah, look at that. So we're going to go ahead and go to base 404.
Bimo's map pick. And next map is base 404.
It's going to be very interesting.
Holy, that match was... if that's game 1, what are the other 4 matches? We might see a first game 5 here.
Yeah,
First
we
decider play
might be
in
able
this
to.
matchup.
We gotta understand that we gotta actually take note that students of Bimo actually picked attack for the next map on 404 of all things. They do have a sniper. They were playing double marksman, but we've already seen them play base 404 before, and it was completely different team comp from what we would expect from them. It wasn't double marksman. Instead, it was a very rushdown heavy centric playstyle with the Ica and the Audrey to replace the marksman instead. And because of that, we might see some very interesting strategies. I'm curious to see if they play one of the very unique Audrey strategies that can only be done on 404. And I would be very excited to see that happen, but who knows if it will actually happen, as they're trying to win it all here. But then again, because the strat that I have in mind, I'm pretty sure that Herrera knows about this strat.
Well,
If it
you save
does
the best for
happen,
last.
yeah, it could be a right hand, and all of a sudden a big right hand that can catch Lucky Star off guard. And every single time that they see the signs, they're going to be on guard now. And the question is, at that point, just about macro mind games at that point. But then again, I don't know. Do we have a break, or are we just able to get
We're
into the
gonna
next
look
match?
at the MVP first. The
Real.
MVP, the MVP is
There's
Shigure
Moyuli.
Kira,
Is it?
right? Or Moyuli?
No, yeah, it's Moyuli.
Oh, it's Moyuli. MVP is Moyuli with 8 kills, 10 deaths, and 22 assists. 6.2k damage and 280 combat score. Bro, 60 ability points though. That basically meant they hit almost every single one of their Qs. Almost.
Basically.
Almost.
Gotta
That
make
that
sure.
also means incredible information gathering that we saw from Lucky Star early round, first half. That also impressed me. I was watching their Reichi like scan around the map, and their entire team was just patient. They weren't aggro. They were still taking an info, but their core star player there was Reichi looking for info where to push, and that coordination that we saw from Lucky Star really blew my mind. I think that Lucky Star has a plan for base 404. We've seen them play on base 404 before. We've seen them clear pathways, but we'll just have to wait and see after our 10-minute break. So stay tuned, invite your friends, and enjoy the grand finals of Ayatori between students of Bimo and Lucky Star. See ya.
空は遠いまま閉じ込められてくような空虚が影を落とした心に手を差し伸べてどれだけの本心からどれほど目をそらしてた灰色の世界をさまよいながらでもあなたの底に眠る日をいつも見つめてるのそれは確かに輝きを今光を放ちかけ出す空奏でゆく世界遥か彼方耳を澄ませた心のままにその光で今奮い立たせた導く湯気の羽をいつの日か見た夢の先は美しい世界背中合わせた心をつなぎ合って風に逆らおう恐れずに立ち向かうそう決めたから散らかってばかりの感情悲しみが隠されていても世界の色は無限大あなた次第だよねえあなたはきっと知っているね二人始まった場所美しさ思い出させてく今光を放ちかけ出す空奏でゆく世界遥か彼方耳を澄ませた心のままにその光で今奮い立たせた導く湯気の羽をいつの日か見た夢の先は美しい世界
Oh, we're back. Hello, welcome back to Ayatori, Strinova Series Grand Finals between Lucky Stars and students of Bimo. Match 2, we're heading into base 404 with attacking side being students of Bimo and Lucky Star as defense. We've discussed this before, but we're really excited to see how Hair Air plays his Audrey on this map. It's a very close quarters map, and
Yeah, we're gonna have to take. It's gonna be a while until we see that, as the defense for the first half of this map is going to be the Harris team. It's going to be them. Students of Bimo are playing defense first, and Lucky Star are the ones that are going to be on the attack for the first half. So it's gonna be very interesting. I believe we've seen Lucky Star play on this before. I think both teams are gonna be running the Ica. It is she is very, very powerful on this map. Probably her best map, if not, yes, her best, straight up.
we're expecting a Yvette too. So Yvette, how do you think Yvette would play up in this map?
Now,
Yes,
the
she can
biggest
ice
thing,
up.
the biggest thing
yes,
about
sure,
Yvette
she can
is
ice
that
up, right? Okay,
she can.
wait.
That is the biggest thing, that she's a multitask character. So as while the bear is running and or icing, you can have the Yvette actually fighting. So Yvette, it's why Yvette is a very hard character to to master. Simply because good Yvettes will always be using their gun for as long as possible. They're not just going to be like an iPad Yvette. You're going to be staying on that bear 24/7. They're going to be immediately, once they hit the charge, they're going to be running in. They're going to be looking for a fight somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Because like the thing is, for attackers, it's very easy to rotate. The mid is very small. There's less pathway, but for defense, they have to go all the way to police station and rotate if they wanted to, which is a longer pathway. Pathing seems to be a fundamental people often look down upon, but we won't see much of a pathing issue, I believe.
Yeah, like in high elo, pathing is prized. The less damage you take while you're trying to enter site, the better. It allows you to actually take fights the way you want to. So pathing is extremely important, especially on attack, as if you're trying to hit a site with multiple defenders on it, you want to take as little damage as possible before you get to them. We're gonna go in. Forget what I said last time. Students of the Bimo are gonna be playing attack first. Because Lucky Star, this is their map pick. So Students of Bimo have chosen attack for the start here. And here we go. There's the Ica. There's a Riichi, funnily enough, and I believe this is going to go ahead and be an Ica Riichi comp for the attacker's side. And there's the Yvette that we expected on defense from Lucky Star. Actually something completely pulled out differently. Look at Harrier. He might be trolling.
Wait,
but,
why is he trolling
but
with Mara pick?
we see Amara. Now the thing is, this isn't unfounded. Okay, he's gonna go Audrey. There's no way. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, okay. He's
gonna go Audrey here. Looking at both teams here. Okay, funnily enough, I'm not gonna lie, I predicted both comps perfectly. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I mean, mine's of a high elo. Kier's is here. I'm just here to fill the gap. We're into base 404. We've seen how Wenli plays Yvette.
I believe, yeah, Wenli's going to be playing in spawn, and while everyone else is going to go ahead and look for early info. Maybe for Fast Rotate. Actually, no, Wenli's going to be playing with Ayu, I believe. Yeah, in near mid. We're going to have to see where he ends up.
Well, his bear is not out yet, so it seems he's keeping his bear for situational purposes only. Forever is gonna peek out. Forever and Moon God. Moon God sees the fragrance aura.
Okay, the fragrance aura got spotted, but the call didn't go immediately out, so we're gonna go ahead and go into this push here. Push in, quite a bit of damage from Forever, but it's gonna get pushed down. Windade, unfortunately, stalling Forever. Does he survive? The ice is on the ground. He's still alive with 27 HP. Finally goes down 2 immediate picks for the side of Students of Bimo. They're running them over. They're going right into sight. Probably beyond sight. Nades are going out, attempting to do as much damage as possible here. The res has gone out. 5v4. Not a lot of HP on the side of Lucky Star.
Bomb
Blue
is right in
Cage,
the middle
this
too.
round might be over after that Blue Cage, but the bomb is still on the ground. They're trying to guard it. TPT trying to look for it. Does get it. Gets back on the wall to stay alive. The regen for the Fragrance is doing so much. You're going to get the bomb plant down onto the Lewin. Getting that ult point here.
Hair
And now-
is closely watching from window. Not letting
This
them
round might be
decide
over,
if they
but
want to
Moyu Lee-
go to the other door.
Getting so much damage. They're finally trying to get something done. Moon God getting a good position, but gonna get hit by TPT. There we go, Moon God down. Moyu Lee trying to find something here as the members of his team start to fall one by one. Moyu Lee, last one alive, gets taken out at the very end. First round of Sunsa Bimo. This map is pretty damn attacker-sided if you know what you're doing.
Well, the defense was stuck. Bro, Lucky Stars were stuck down there. They couldn't even get off ramps because of the aggressive cage. They try to get out of cage. There's the orb, and even if they go through from the other door, there's Air with the Audrey sitting on window, ready to beam them down. It was a pretty impossible push, I believe. I don't think they could have done anything. They've already exhausted all their nades. They do not
Oh, here
have-
comes the first fake of the half and of this tournament. Going to be a fake onto B with the Fragrance aura. Now the question is, do they see it? Do they notice?
Well, it's very quiet.
They don't see it, but the smoke did go out. But because they didn't see the Fragrance Q, are the rotates still there? No, they're still here. There's going to be 2 members on site. The rotates are coming in, but Forever gets chunked down this time. And he goes down immediately, just like last round. A bit quicker this time. The ice is down on the ground. And there's the trade from the rotate. Trades are going out. Now it's a 4v3. No more sustain on the side of Sunsa Bimo. So this isn't either team's court. Ice is on the ground. TPT goes to low ground. Wenley is holding the higher ground as well. Immediately gets pushed, but Wenley with the ice wins the fight. Currently at 2v3, but the HP advantage is still technically there. Air left in a 1v2 as the Audrey does have the shield available. They can't res at all. They have to push right into him. But here they come. Both trying to get the crossfire down. Hera does find one, but Moyu Lee quick on the draw. Immediately getting the trade. Tying up the scoreline here. As we go into round 3 with 2 ultimates on the side of Sunsa Bimo. What in the world?
Wenley really showed off his power here. His ice completely demolished TPT's push against Forever. They are not doing any more of that fake stuff. It seems like they've given up on faking.
各位准备好了吗？
That's what it looks like here. They're not doing that weird lineup we saw in their earlier matches as well. They're just
Making
pushing.
it sweet and
They're
simple
just-
right now.
Yeah,
It
they're
did
just
work the
going
first
raw.
round, so it worked the first round, and it worked the second round. At least the initial push. It's very close to the second one. Moyu Lee finds an arrow, but look at where Moon God is. Does he get seen? No one's shooting at him. The smoke's in the way. Air gets chunked down a bit by Moon God, but because he's in it to be again, Forever account getting low. But it seems that Lucky Star have completely adapted to Sunsa Bimo here as they completely stop the push. Almost flawless. We're going to have to see the adaptation coming in from Sunsa Bimo, and it seems to be that adaptation is going to go towards B. Going to get the bomb plant down. Maybe
Well,
get some free kills here.
You gotta notice they didn't change up their lineup at all. It's the same Yvette mid, Ayu down in Ayu and Chio on B.
Oh, look at this.
It's-
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh wait,
No, look at the defensive setup. It's fully set up for B now.
3
they've
seems that
completely
they've read
leaned on
them.
B.
It seems that Lucky Star have fully read Sunsa Bimo here. Triple turret setup currently at B. There goes.
They went all in.
There goes the
here.
call.
Chio Arrow, halting their push, but they're
Moon
frozen
God.
still.
Here comes.
Here is Air's bold push.
the smoke. The push through. Moyu Lee
Mighty
Getting
Meow
a bit
about to
of
come out.
almost finds him. Here comes the Sky Shatter immediately pulled out. They're trying to fight each other, but there it goes. Sky Shatter finds one. Here comes the pushes. There goes the Firestorms as well. Getting spammed. Here comes the bombardment. First Firestorm finds 3. Doesn't find a kill though. Currently at 4v4. Looking to res the Nobunaga currently as they continue the fight. Bombardment looks to keep them back sight for as long as possible. And now they have a flank going in behind. Ayu coming in from behind. What can he find? Doesn't see anyone at all. They might hear his footsteps, and that's going to signal the push. Now it's quiet. There goes some damage from Ayu. He's going to go back off as one looks to chase. There's the dome. Here's the push. Herrera down. Yue down. Who else next? It's going to be... Oh my god, it's actually going to be Samami as well. It's just Shigure left. It's taken out. It seems that Lucky Star, with their map pick so far, are doing pretty well on it. We're going to have to see how students of Bimo respond. Else they're going to be down 2 maps in this grand finals here. A lot of ultimates on both sides. However, the advantage right now goes to Lucky Star with the EMP and Phantom Flutter. While Suits of Bimo only have Euphoria and Stealth Master here.
演出马上就要开始啦！
1, 2, 3, 2-point lead.
5、
Quite
4、
interesting to
3、
see.
2、
Though we have seen this before in Windy Town. They've opted in for their standard lineup because they can't read Students of Bimo the same anymore. Wenli spots a few from mid.
锋芒所指。
And is backing off.
Used for A. Let's see if Yue actually goes ahead and scales up. Cage currently going down in B connector. Doesn't do much as they go ahead and go back towards A here. Yue, not a lot of time left on his Stealth Master, stays inside of it.
And it
Now
seems
gonna
that the
hide
push is
out.
now completely oriented for A site.
It seems they
Yue
know
all
that
alone.
the Luina's close. They go, oh, Moyu Lee knows exactly where he is. Yue with the smoke knife, the arrow in response. The 1v1 goes out, there it goes. Oh, wait, Yue is currently cornered. A scan in the front, a scan in the back. Now it's a 2v4 situation by Herrera with the line of fire. Here comes Mugan with the 1v1 to Herrera. One behind, one in front. The rest is going out onto Moyu. Found Yue inside of the Self-Master, knowing exactly where he is when the Self-Master dropped. There was no other option there. Another round towards Lucky Star here. They are running away with this half here. It's a rough time for the students of Bimo. They have to pull something unique out, else they're going to get left behind. EMP is up and ready, same as Frostfall as well.
The thing is, what
Euphoria
haven't they
and
tried
Skillscourge.
already? What haven't they tried
演
already?
出马上就要开始啦！
Because we've
各位，
seen them go
准备
through
好了
all
吗？
different sites, and all of them have
5、
so far ended with
4、
the same results,
3、2、1。
with Lucky Stars winning the map, winning the round. with
Alerts
incredible ability
used
usage.
mid. The slow one out. Wenli immediately spawning them all. Here comes double smoke. They're gonna go ahead and push right into the spawn area. What just happened? Immediately the blink of an eye, they're all gone. Disintegrated into dust. Lucky Star, ice, arrow, hook, line, sinker.
What? What is
That
that?
was fast round. I'm not gonna lie.
That didn't even last 30 seconds. That wasn't even 30 seconds.
演出马上就要开始啦！各位准备好了
Bro,
吗？
and that beam through the smoke from Wenli.
3、
They
2、
just didn't let them pass through that gate. What even is this gate called? Everyone was just stuck there.
Now
from the
I
front,
think
from
they're
the back.
making the right call finally. Instead of playing fast rush, they're going to start. And yeah, they're going to definitely start playing much slower. This is their tempo. Moyu Lee smelling them out. Here comes the cage. Catching them all. Doing quite a bit of damage, a poke to them. That was 100 damage. Here comes Sky Shatter. What can it find? They do find Ayu on the entry, a bit of damage as well. They find the separated player. Aika down on the ground. Moyu Lee's looking for more damage as much as he can. Frostwall getting used to allow for more space. Moon God catching Harrier off guard. A lot of damage onto him. Currently a 4v4. There's the EMP as well. And another round for Lucky Star. They are holding this tempo in this half, and they're keeping it going. Somehow, some ways, as 1-6 in grand finals, Sunza Bimo can win this round with their 4 ultimates. But who knows right now? Lucky Star is completely running away.
Well, despite TPT's best efforts to open up the site, he couldn't finish off anyone because no matter wherever he went, he always faced a 2v1 situation. Because of that, he's unable to bounce off of anyone. Everyone behind him just dies straight off the bat. It looks like a hit with Air leading the push this time. No one on window to catch them off guard. Everyone's on the left side here.
I think they've learned their lesson. Forever, it's going to be holding a much better position now. Air immediately finds him. Arrow in response, getting Air off of that turret. But Air doesn't care. He goes right back on, holding the line. Stealth Master used it again in the same spot. It seems that he was going to make the similar play like last time, but this time he's going to be used in a different place. Here comes the bombardment. A lot of poke to Terror. Terror's already down, it seems. That the poke did go through. They're going to get more aggressive now. Take more space. Here comes the cage. Yue is going to back off in an attempt to try to stay alive here. Submaster is going down. Samemi getting very low. But the regen is there. The mistakes have been made, but the regen is there. What is this? It seems that Lucky Star had made the wrong read. They're going in here. Air is down for the count. There goes Samemi as well. They're going to go ahead and look for the fight. They find Moyu Lee, but that is not enough. They're down HP. They're down numbers. They're down all econ now. It's just Yue left in a 1v4. And here comes the peak from Wenli, picking him off. We're on a 1-7. Lucky Star's map pick is working in spades. Now the question is, can they close this out, go 2-0 in these grand finals, and look to keep the pressure up and get the momentum to become the grand champions of the Ayatori Cup?
It seems so. We're seeing a Mara pick on the attacking side here. Ayu going his usual fragrance. Wenli unable to figure out whether he should pick Meredith or not. Air trolling as usual, but we have an idea where TPT is gonna go Flavia. We have a Chio from who?
Chio from Shigure.
Moyule, right? Or Shigure? Oh,
Yeah.
Shigure. Chio from Shigure. No Yvette and no Aika this half. They're not going for a close range game. I mean Shigure is here with his arrow. AoE, really good. But no one else. We do have Amara though. Amara to contest these 1v1s to spit damage right at the students of Bimo's face. It seems like a B hit, a pure B hit. They don't expect this since all of their investments are currently in
Air
A.
drops. There goes the arrow. Here comes Moyu Lee just jumping in, trying to get some free damage. Herrera's already down on the ground. That Mora orb absolutely growing his hitbox to oblivion. There goes the trade, however. As there goes Louis, no more scans for the rest of this round. However, it seems that the momentum right now is in Lucky Star's favor, but it could change on a dime if the Mink falls. Instead, it's the Fragrance. Ayu's down on the ground. HP currently is in favor of Sunza Bimo as they go ahead and get the numbers up. So many members from both sides are extremely low. This could go either way, but it seems that Sunza Bimo were able to clean it out and are able to take the first round of this half. They're still alive. They're still breathing. They can take this back. They can run it back. They might be able to win these next 5 rounds if they keep playing the way they do here.
They might make a comeback if they keep this momentum up. They've started off strong. All they gotta do is make sure they catch up. Ensure they catch up before Lucky Star adapts once again. We've seen this happen once. We do not want to see. We do not want to see a reiteration of what we saw in the first half here as students of Bimo.
Lineup's a bit changed. They expect them to go to A this time. However, it seems that Lucky Star's intentions have read them a bit. There goes the Fragrance too, speeding them up. A bit of damage going to both sides. A lot of poke going down onto Wen Li as they go in. Mo Yuli already taking as much space as possible. Already has backside. Herrera needs to get out as possible. A bit of a glitch onto Herrera as he escapes, but relatively healthy still. Mo Yuli not healthy in comparison. They give Mo Yuli the bomb for the point here. As here comes the push. TPT does not have Ephemeral Butterfly anymore. Herrera down on the ground. Current HP advantage right now. Technically, the students of Bimo, but the numbers are gone. There goes TPT as well as they go ahead and run them over. I think I see what the problem is here. Herrera currently has 500 ping. I mean, we have to do a technical pause in order to fix this up here.
Okay.
That might be the case as to why.
It might be. It might be why.
Not sure if it's the server. It seems to be fine now. It seems that Herrera's ping has settled back into a normal range. So I believe we can continue, but we have to wait on Herrera's confirmation here.
We'll have to wait at least 30 seconds. That's when things update. 60, 120 on Herrera. It seems all good, right? From the surface, it doesn't seem
we can only get that answer from him.
Waiting.
It's gonna be a bit of a while, but understanding the mountain that students of Bimo have to overcome, it seems they're gonna have to reverse sweep these next 3 maps. And funnily enough, these maps are kind of what students of Bimo specialize at. So there's a chance of a reverse sweep. It might go to Orcanis, and honestly, that I could not have it any other way if we do get to Orcanis, as well, straight up, Orcanis is the least played map in this entire tournament. I believe the pause is gone.
No one knows each other's tactics in Orcanis. That's the thing. It's quite fresh on the ranked pool, but we've seen it in a while. We've seen it last season, but it was only in the normal demolition pool. So seeing it in ranked was quite interesting. I mean, after it was put in ranked, that's when I realized how flexible that map really is. But Orcanis is later. Base 404 is now, with Lucky Stars pushing onto a site. Moon God.
Here comes the
visibility
push.
on window.
Uh-oh, Grim Reaper got used. It's on TPT. No more Ephemeral Butterfly for now, but that should be fine. There goes the orb right on to the Chio. Shigure has to back off. Bomb is now planted. It is now in the students of Bimo's support. TPT is still currently scanned, and through the smoke knife, UA goes down to continue to push. The Ming is crazily low. They decide to push out, looking for some sort of pressure here. Phantom Flutter gets popped. The passive went through, but look at where Lucky Star are going. They get to cover as fast as lightning, and they pop right back out. The surprise TPT. And just like that, we're going to map 3 with 2 maps on the side of Lucky Star. If they win Cosmite, they're going to be your Ayatori Cup champions. We're going to have to see in around 10 minutes when we get back into this. But what a match so far. It seems that Lucky Star, that map pick was completely theirs. They completely were able to bait students at Bimo into so many situations that just disfavored them on defense and on attack, with that Mara growing their hitboxes to a substantial amount, able to get the picks that otherwise wouldn't be there, basically having a second Ming that wouldn't be there, and allowing them to hold much better in terms of single target hold. Now, The thing is, students of Bimo weren't specifically behind on the attack either. They had the Ica, they had the AoE hold, but it seemingly didn't work as the ice on the ground and the timing was just not there, unfortunately, as Lucky Star was just able to find a pick here and there to start snowballing the round. And just like that, Lucky Star getting a huge, massive lead, 8-2. An insane lead there for that half. We're going to have to see the MVP for that. I did not see the MVP for that.
Well,
for that
the
game
MVP, the MVP definitely goes to Shigure. Or wait, who is this?
Moyuli.
Moyole, bro. I
I'm
cannot read
unsurprised.
Chinese. I cannot read Chinese. My
Shigure
bad,
has 4
bro.
characters. Moyuli has 3. Moyuli, unsurprisingly, the MVP, especially with that insta-pop play down in B connector with that Chio, hook, line, and sinker, arrow plus ice, plus nades, plus insta-downs. It made Sunsa Bimo disintegrate into dust in a split second, basically an atomic bomb without the Sky Shatter. It was a wild round that was, but otherwise, even then, Moyuli has been extremely consistent with his damage, with the Chio, with the Ming, on attack as well. Led his team to victory there, being a force to be reckoned with. Now we're gonna have to go into a 10-minute break. Next map
Or
is
was
going
it
to be
20?
Cosmite. 20? Is it 20-minute break? I believe it's 10-minute, no? We're just continuing with the 10-minute breaks, or is it are we going to 20 minutes this time?
I mean, we've been told there's a 20-minute every 2 games, right? Okay. We're going 10-minute. We're going for a 10-minute break. We have already delayed it. So there's just no point in delaying it now. We want to see our matches now. The next map is Cosmite, with it being Students of Bimo's pick. Attacking side is Lucky Star, and defend on Students of Bimo. So we'll see you there.
Yeah, before anything else happens, though, before we send you off, I do want to inform you guys that Lucky Star have subbed in Tsubasa instead of, I actually forget who actually went out here. I believe, let me just read off who went out. I believe they subbed out for, no, Forever's still here. Wenli's also, Moon God. They subbed out Moon God for Tsubasa. So now, instead of a close range specialist, they have a sniper here for Cosmite. So just letting you guys know that's happened. And now we're going to go ahead and send you on a 10-minute break. We'll see you then. Until then, stay tuned. Grab your popcorn, grab your friends, grab your mother, grab your entire family. This is going to be a match of the ages here as we go into map 3 in 10 minutes. See you then.
See you.
伤情喜环绕在耳边，不食言，就算偶尔会疲倦，想见，像是每一次失恋，今天，像世界知道梦想能量无限，也会有迷茫的时候，可是我仍然会相信，勇敢就足够。呐喊吧，说出期待已久的大雪下吧，从现在开始带着希望出发，存在的意义由自己决定，不要放弃，不要暂停，让沉睡的希望再一次萌芽，从这里开始奔跑直到抵达，光芒里即将露出的身影，Be shining, be shining, be shining, cheer for me。就像夜空绚烂自由的烟火，刹那之间就能将黑暗打破，一直不灭那份热烈与执着，会继续闪烁，照亮着你我。呐喊吧，也给昨天的自己一个回答，从现在开始不再徘徊惧怕，是我的印记，直到被铭记，变成唯一无可代替，汗水和眼泪就该尽情挥洒，让笑容成为不言败的表达，光芒里更加耀眼的身影，Keep dreaming, keep dreaming, keep dreaming, fighting with me, shining on my way, flying to my way。
Welcome back, navigators, onto Ayatori Grand Finals. 2 points on Lucky in favor of Lucky Star, 0 on students of Bimo. This time we're on match 3 on Cosmite, which is one of the fewer picked maps in this bracket. Students of Bimo picked Cosmite, with Lucky Star picking Attack as their first option. It's just interesting. It seems like they have a plan if they picked Attack. Surely, right? We are
I have an
expecting a
idea what their
Reichi.
plan is. They might just do the normal one, but then again, they do have some funny plays. We've seen them do it before, but maybe they've spruced it up and made sure that it will work. Those strategies will work now around mid. But we're going to have to see how they play it out. I know for a fact that they're going to have a win nade on Attack, so they do have mid access open to make some of those plays happen. Now, the question is, what are they going to do after the fact once they get into mid and get onto site? Because the way that works, that entire strategy works, is to separate the defenders from site, get the defenders who are holding site to get even further out onto the main area into site in the first place, and then basically have a 2-3 split for defenders, so they are able to crunch, but it is very, very hard to crunch considering the sight lines and the way the map works both on A and on B. So we're going to have to see if it ever happens here and see what happens, at least with students of Bimo. because the last time we saw them do this 2 times, it didn't really work out. They weren't holding the lines correctly. They weren't holding the chokes correctly, and they paid for those mistakes. Maybe they fixed them. Again, we're going to have to see.
Well, this map, Cosmite, forces a lot of the players to do very common book moves. I don't think we'll see a round where they don't do a book move. Some book picks as well. We might see a Meredith. We will definitely see a Reichi. No Reichi on this map is kind of a troll. I don't think you can survive this map without Reichi.
The thing is, you can. I believe
if you only rush A.
If you're looking for a team that might be able to do it right here in this tournament, it is very likely going to be both of these teams. These teams know of the strategies in China, and they know that there is a new strategy currently being tested out that is mid-heavy pressure without a Reichi, double sustain, looking to basically crunch either side if they're not careful due to the way the rotates work. But again, it is very likely that both sides are going to stick to their guns, play what they know, and not do anything too crazy just in case something goes awry. Now, again, it could go either way, this map, because both sides do have prominent sniper players. This map is going to be very likely the marksman versus the marksman, mainly Tsubasa and Shigure on both sides, trying to snipe each other out. I believe this map is going to be decided on who does the better sniping here.
I believe so.
There we go. Look at that. The sniper's already locked.
We see 3 marksmen from Students of Bimo here. An immediate Nobunaga and Chio pick from Hair Air and Yue, with Shigure going Kakona.
Interesting.
Tsubasa,
they might have a
with Kanami, fine.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, sustain on the side of Lucky Star here. Oh, there we go. They finally swapped it up. They do have sustain, but look at the picks. There's no Reichi to speak of. We're going to have to see how they play this. It's very likely going to be a B push-centric meta for this game here. In the grand finals of Ayatori Cup, we see Lucky Star pulling out a very unused strat here. We're going to see how it goes out. You can even see Herrera in the chat. Seafire completely bewildered, completely surprised. Apparently even Ayu is surprised. That might be a bit of a problem for the side of Lucky Star
they
here,
didn't
but we'll have to see.
This seems very unintentional. Since they have no Reichi, the easiest site to go to is definitely B here. Going A will be a very tough wall to break, especially with the 2 DMRs stationed there.
Here they go, right onto B. Yue and the TPT holding the angles. Yue deciding to back up all the way to back site. Cypher scan out. They know where Yue is. Now the question is, do they go ahead and push him down? The smokes are going out as well, but the push hasn't started. The ink nades stalling the push from lower. Quite across the field. Herrera already making his way back to A just in case of some sort of rotate push, but it's not happening. They're keeping still. They're keeping quiet. They see Yue. Now the trap has been set. Now they're waiting for it to be sprung. As here comes the Lucky Star coming in. Yue getting scanned, being pushed into TP room. The same thing with TPT. Flamethrower finishes him off, and there goes TPT as well. The round split right open. A bit of HP lost on the side of Lucky Star, but that does not matter if you're in a 5v3 like this. And there is an immediate push down, but it seems the air is holding the line. Shigure is attempting to stay alive as well here. Rez is going out 4v2 in favor of Lucky Star. Nade going out barely. The wind nade barely stops the Rez. Wenli's alive. The bomb is going to get planted. And look at Tsubasa. Sees Herrera in his sights. Waiting for a push. There it is. There's the snipe. Now it's up to Shigure in a 1v4. It is possible. But they know exactly where he is. Tsubasa on the right hand. Oh, there goes Shigure. taking down Tsubasa, guaranteeing the kill. But a sword and a crossfire finishes off the round. First round to Lucky Star.
Very strategic play from Lucky Star here, starting off strong, which is unusual because they usually spend the first round just reading their opponents, but it feels like they've already know how students of Bimo play from the previous 2 matches they've played. They have nothing to worry about. If they win this for all, but if they lose this, they will take it to map 4. I don't know if they want to keep playing though.
演出马上就要开始啦！
Now, here's the thing. Now that you know for a fact that this is going to be a B-heavy comp, they're going to go and put Herrera there as well. Now, the question is, at this point in time, can students of Bimo react and adapt fast enough to completely dismantle this attack? As instead, we do see Forever going into mid. No win nade here, but wait. TP. Now
Really
look
low.
at where he is Forever. And look at Shigre, completely oblivious to the TP that just went down. Has no clue that he's about to get crunched whatsoever. They know there's a TP now, but can Shigre stay alive? Shigre in harm's way, finds 80, finds a bunch of damage to the Yuli, but here comes the fight, here comes the crunch, going right onto Shigre, he goes down. Now the fight for the retrades are going out. Forever stays alive, takes the paper, thanks to the smoke, nice! TPD looking for a fight, unable to sustain it. Forever goes down. Samemi is able to find one. Currently at 2v3, 1v3. The only one left alive is Yue. Is able to find the Mig, has to give up.
一切就还有希望。
Going into the next round here.
2-0. 2-0 in favor of Lucky Stars.
Holy
They don't
frioles.
need Reichi, it seems. I feel like it completely break my immersion when they didn't go Reichi here. I thought Reichi was a book move, right? That's what I was talking about, forcing picks out of both teams. While Students of Bimo went with the DMR comp,
各位，
triple
准备好
DMR,
了吗？
to
Now-
triple marksman.
Oh, look at where Shigre is playing now. They know for a fact that, yes, they're going to go B. Now, instead of putting Herrera on the angle, they put the sniper on the angle. Wait a minute. Look at what's being
They're going
done
mid.
here. They think that there's a win nade play. What? They're trying to do the pixel setup jump onto mid without the win nade. They do fail once. Everyone fails, actually. It's a very, very hard thing to do. But yes, you can get up into mid without a win nade. But it is pixel perfect. And it's so hard to get consistent. But it just doesn't seem to work out. They know they're mid. They don't know. Students of Bimo don't know that they don't have a win nade. They're waiting for maybe like it's Students of Bimo in their mind right now. Like maybe it's a trap. Maybe something like that's happening. And Herrera is not seen on the TP spot. He's going to hear the TP. But can he react fast enough? He has a nade out on the ground. Certainly they know there's someone holding in the heaven area. They know now. They're not going to get baited by the TP. Here comes the push. Moyu Lee. There's the Mara orb. There's the win nade to try to solve, but it doesn't work out. The Mara's already in. Forever is in with the Mig. There goes the TPs coming in as well. They're going to pop out from a unique angle onto site. There's the Seal Surge as well. Now, Students of Bimo are looking to find trades, trying to find picks, trying to find a way back into this round, but the flies are going out. The push is there. The only one left is Shigure on the line. Finds one, but it's still on 1v3. Tsubasa with the kill to end the round. Unconventional tactics are working right now. Students of Bimo are kept on their toes. Can they adapt to this for this very interesting playstyle coming in? It's not even mid-centric either. It is.
I don't think it's even
pure
centric
Chinese
on
split
anything.
heavy.
It's not even centric on anything here. It's completely fresh tactics. We've never seen this happen
演出
before.
马上就要开始
But
了。
you've mentioned that both
各位，
sides
准备好
are
了吗？
aware of this tactic, right?
5、4、3、
They're
2、
aware of a different tactic that I'm talking about right now. Not aware of what's happening right now. They're using the TPs over and over again. Look at Tsubasa going to go ahead and shoot a long-range note to scan all of A. There goes the Clausewell. It misses. They don't. Samemi doesn't know where this note is right now. It is above him. It finally ran out. And now it's going to be an A hit. Now the real question here. How are they going to do this A hit? There's no Ryuichi. I believe the only way for them to win this is to draw the rotates onto A and completely dumpster fire anyone on site with a bunch of smoke like they're doing right now. Showtime to assist the push. EMP to attempt to stop it. They're going right into mid. There goes Yue down on the ground. They're continuing to push. It's a whole fight in mid. It is an absolute chaos happening. TPT on the ground. Reconstruct getting used. They need to find the pick before it's too late. But there's the Phantom Flutter. There goes the sniper on the ground. Currently at 3v4, 3v3. Yue is looking for the pickup forever. He finds it. 3v2 now. It seems that Lucky Star have found the end of the road for this steamroll here. Now the question is, what can they do to bring this game back? As Tsubasa is just looking to kite. Really... TPT dodging the shot.
Whoa,
getting hit by the second one. Arrows making very low. That's the end of the round. The real question is, how in the world are Sunta Bimo going to bring this back? They use the EMP to draw all of the players from, why can't I remember their names right now, Lucky Star, back into mid to attempt to fight where they pop the Phantom Flutter in order to brawl it out. But now they don't have either. They only have the Veniforma and the Sky Shatter available. Now, because of the fact that they did all these weird A plays, now the focus is on B. The read is correct. The rotates have gone correctly through. But Herrera does have the TPs. He does have the 1-3. The scan goes out. It misses Herrera. And Tsubasa finding the snipe immediately onto him. Retrade going out. Here comes Sky Shatter going out, getting Tsubasa off the angle. Veniforma going out low. Yue is down. Moyu Lee is looking for more kills. Tsubasa with a snipe. Right to Samemi. Moyu Lee finishes off. Currently a 2v4 situation going out. Shigure does find one. It's not enough. Another round going to Lucky Star. They're looking to take this home. Become the grand finals of Ayatori. We're going to have to see what happens second half, though. But this half so far seems to be absolutely great. They have a comfortable lead. They can guarantee a 4-4 round half. But again, anything can happen in these rounds. They could push it even further with this unconventional team composition for Cosmite here.
演出马上就要开始啦！各位，
Students of Bimo aren't doing much here. We're seeing the same plays over and over again. They've tried to bring it down to backside, trying to play it safe. But even that has failed with Ayu, Wenli, and Moyo Lee's play. Aggros. Then there's the Tsubasa scans on this map here.
Claw got used. It has hit Air. The A2 is doing wonders. Air needs to get out of the raid. Tsubasa with the snipe. Taxing Air. But the A1 saves his life. Shield Surge expended. Retake is coming in. TPT is currently scanned forever with the return fire. Self-master when Lee is in the midst of backside. They know he's there, but they can't deal with him now. They gotta deal with the rest of them. Ikne, there goes the claw. Here comes the Memi. There's the first pick. Now the question is, can they do it fast enough? There goes the A3 drum on Hair. There goes the fight. There goes the trades. It can go into either team right now. The other two are trying to solve for as much time as possible as the bomb ticks away. Wenli backs up in the backside. Only 60 HP left. The bomb is getting defused. He has to look for the pick. He's going to go and rotate. They find him, but might be easy. There fast enough. He gets immediately hit. Immediately killed. 4-2. It seems that Sunta Bimo are still in this. But for how long? Grim Reaper and Showtime are up this round.
Post battles on both ends. I feel I really have nothing to say here because The thing with
It was
their
a very unique
plays is
situation,
that
no?
it's very unique, right? Nothing was accounted for. Their ways are pushing. You never know when they decide to pull off a
各位，准
teleporter.
备好了吗？5、4、
Yep, and
But they're
this time
going
they're gonna
A
be hitting
site.
A.
2、
Yep. They keep,
The thing
they
is,
keep
they've never
mixing it
won an
up.
A site.
They went
They've never
mid
won
3
an
times,
A.
2 times. They went B. I believe they went B 3 times. They went A once. And now they're doing it again. Snipes are going out from both sides. Ming Orb is used as well, attempting to find A2 pylons, anything of that matter. But there is no A2. It's an A3. Shigre trying to abuse his A3 drone as much as he can here. Trying to get an easy fight with Tsubasa, but Tsubasa is not giving it to him. Now, silence across the field. There is no supposed way to get on the site, but they do have 2 flashbangs. Here comes a note. Scanning multiple members. TPT sees it. There goes the response. Well, Showtime. Here comes the push. You can tell it's a push when Showtime gets used. Some enemy getting chased down. Flamethrower confirms the kill. Nades going out from both sides, but there's a crossfire going on. Can they live this out? But it seems that Lucky Star have found the correct play and have went for mid into defender spawn. Currently a 5v2. Wenley goes down, immediate 2 picks. That's the round. Could be a 6-2, could be a 5-3. Who
上半
knows
场最
this
好的表
round?
演了，
But
稍微
looking
调
at
整
the
氛
ult
围，继续
econ,
前进吧。
this might be a guaranteed 5-3. Looking at students at Bimo, 5 ultimates on the field, only a shield surge for Lucky Star's name. All
Unless
things
they're
considered,
trying to bait it all
easy.
out.
Yeah, like,
But I
all
don't
things
think
considered. For this map, for this half, I believe Lucky Star should be happy. It's 5-3 without a Riichi. With all these interesting plays around mid, B, and A, making sure that there's mix-ups every single round.
1、go！
Well, everyone has their awakenings. And Nobu is not on A2. He's on A3 for those quick rotates.
Yeah, and going ahead and looking at
Wait,
TPT
he's going
getting
flank as
scanned.
well. Hera going flank as well.
Final round, might as well do something drastic. Moyu Lee just instant rushing. He's looking for a fight. TPT is seen. Has to go out. Here comes Sky Shatter as well. Here comes Battle Flutter. There goes Shield Surge. Every single ult is attempting to be popped. What next? What next is going to happen? Oh no, Air goes down, but that doesn't matter when so many people are dying. There's so many ultimates on the defensive side. They go ahead and arrow forever. Down. He's so extremely low. The entirety of Lucky Star is low on the ground. Trying to stay alive. They're trying to stay alive here. Flash is going out. Orb getting used. Claw getting used. Snipes going out. Only 1 member left. Tsubasa in a 1v4. They're trying to get him. Tsubasa trying to stay alive. Shotgun pistol's not going to cut it for that 1v1. 5-3 for the first half in favor of Lucky Star. They must be happy with that half.
Very happy. Especially with no Reichi. Ayu hovering over Gala like a complete troll.
Now, the thing is that might be legitimate this time around, but then again, I don't know if they have that comp that they're using right now practiced. Actually, he's switching nades. Yes, it is going to be a Gala on defense. This is one of Gala's better maps on defense. He has an alert, interestingly enough. We're going to have to see how that played. Now, here is one of the good defensive comps for this map in terms of... Ayu is going to be using that. The good defensive comps for this map. Now, the thing is, instead of the event that's supposed to be with this comp, let me just preface the Chinese optimal cosmic defense comp right now. It is going to be a hard holder. Tsubasa's on that. You have the Leona, and we see Forever on that. You see Chio, Moyu Lee is going to be replacing the supposed Yvette on this. And now we have Wen Li on the Flavia, making sure that you can retake if possible. And Ayu on the Gala, able to scan the bomb planter, able to threaten any of the reses that happen on A. And B is no slouch either. The Leona's in the best enabler for this map on defense, able to keep them alive. They don't need that much sustain, but they do have a drone just in case. A1 Leona is going to be their sustain for this half. Now the question is, how are they going to play this out, as this comp is not seen that much in global, as this is the optimal Chinese defense comp?
Well, Forever is scanned by Reichi. Forever is scanned by...
Gala already on the flank, whipping the alert.
Hair.
They know for a fact, but Ayu has done his job. All he needed to do was hit the alert. Get out alive. The rotates are already coming in. He's looking at B. Doesn't see anything, but he's staying in mid where he hears everything. There goes the scan. Moyuli trying to cover. TP back up. He stays alive. There comes the orb as well, taxing them, but not much damage otherwise. 4 people in mid. Shigure is going to be on A, trying to get a snipe. Unfortunately, he's not able to. They know the sniper is A. They know the sniper might be alone. There goes the scan. There's the wind nade. Push right into mid. There goes the wall. Ayu's trying to scan, trying to get out alive if he can. Here comes the push. EPT's leading the charge. Get immediately down as Wen Lee's on the crossfire. Nade's getting used. A bunch of util spammed. And in the end, it is going to be Lucky Star yet again, able to stop the push from happening. I believe the Chio pick is working extremely well here just because they're going to look to fast rush. And because of these fast rush scenarios, Chio does better than Yvette, as not only is Chio's passive going to be able to get her arrow damage up a crap ton, as in 20 damage. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's going to buff her gun for a little while, which is perfect for fast rushes. Yvette is more used for long-range poke battles, especially on Cosplay, especially when if you want to get the bomb down, you have to do an ice. But because of the fact that Tsuta Bimo are playing this way, it is playing into Lucky Star's favor. Massive arrow, 100 damage, as well as the scan. They know that everyone is B. Now the question is, how are Tsuta Bimo going to respond? They're a bit taxed, but otherwise extremely healthy. There goes the interceptor. Moyuli is spamming right into the smoke. Has to back off. Scan goes through. No snipe whatsoever into Moyuli. Right. Now the wall is down. Tsubasa's waiting for a snipe. Misses it. There they go. Push right in. Moyuli is looking for damage. Looking for a kill. Bomb carrier down. Lewin down. What next? What more? Nade's going out as well. Ayu with the sword gal out of nowhere. Herrera's the only one left. Looking for confirms. Looking for kills. Maybe into the next round. 7-3 already. 2 more rounds for Lucky Star, and they'll be your Ayatori Cup champions. Tsuta Bimo back on the ropes. Looking to bounce back. Now the question is, will they bounce back? Back against the wall. What will Tsuta Bimo do? 3 members. They swap. Oh my goodness gracious, they swapped up yet again. Actually, no, they haven't.
They swap.
I don't see what they swapped. I thought they swapped something up, but A gonna be an A push. Same setup as before. A little bit of different setup from the Leona. Forever going to go ahead and be a bit more aggressive on these block placements now. Able to see into the cubby area, into the entrance of A, right next to the arch. Another block gets used. Tsubasa sees the push, looking for a free snipe. No, Shigure finds a 1, but it seems that Wen Lee finds more damage. Forever looking for a fight on top of the sky base, all the way up in A. Looks to support himself, has to put more blocks. They're trying to break it, but look at Forever. He is not running out of blocks. He's not running out of meter. They cannot get Forever off of that sky base. They have to kill him in order to be able to push out. They do have the reaching wall. Tsubasa's looking at the angle, currently quiet across the field. They're attempting to poke down those blocks. Those blocks cannot last forever. The Gala is ready to scan. The Flavia is ready to fight. Here comes the push. Here comes the scan. Here comes the note. Here comes Yue down the ground already. The push. There goes the Gala ultimate. I forgot what it's called. It's been forever since I casted it. But immediately 3 before the pigs are going out immediately. It's only the marksman. The marksman are the only ones left. 4v2. It's only Shigure left. 8-3. It seems that they're gonna run away with this. It seems that there's 1 more round left in store. If Tsuta Bimo are not able to punch it out, it seems that all of this entire tournament is left in 1 round. Unless Tsuta Bimo are able to stay alive. Lucky Star looking to close it out. Looking to finish it off. Get the deed done. Looking to become the Ayatori champions.
and win 10,000 Pablo crystals if anyone cares for that.
Yeah, 10,000 Pablo crystals.
You
Arrow.
Pablo crystals.
Scan. No one's currently showing B here. Sees it all. He knows that's there, but an alert as well being used just in case the rotates do come through. What in the world? Moyu Lee.
That's early.
Insta using it. They're using it on top of the alert. They smell everything. They don't even need to see the map. Oh, because the sensor got tripped. Alert got tripped. They finally shot it down. Moyu Lee on the angle. Doesn't see anything. They think they're going B. And it seems that the fake worked. Somehow, Ayu going to go ahead and check once again with his A2. No one's there. What's going on? But Ayu
And they're going
doesn't go
back.
He takes more space. He sees them at B. And he looks for even more. They find him yet again. Error hits 55, but Ayu got the information he needed. They're going to go ahead and hit B here. Wall is down on the ground. Moyu Lee able to get a lot of damage to the UN. Ayu going to go in and jump in with A2 on the flank onto the sniper. Both go down. 3v5 for the side of Lucky Star. There's the bomb carrier. There goes the MiG. The only one left is Air. Left in the 1v5. And Lucky Star with a clean 9-3 sweep are your Ayatori Cup champions. GG, well played.
It seems that Lucky Star has completely destroyed students of Bimo here in this grand finals. They were close on multiple occasions, but only for map 1. They couldn't bounce back from that defeat on base 404. Nothing worked in students of Bimo's favor. They tried every single tactic in the book, but in the end, Lucky Stars have decided to show us something new, winning the first half with no Reiichi, and then moving on to our second half. Moving on to the second half with a Galatea, and showing how much information they can capture with a simple TP in, simple TP out, making full use of that A3. Kiers, closing thoughts? Wow.
Well, that's the power of Chinese strats for you. That's for sure. Complete. They had the thing is the Lucky Star were able to bring out the supposed optimal comps on both sides. Funnily enough, the reason why the comp they had on attack was optimal was because of the fact that it was unorthodox and it was only something really practiced in China. It's only practiced in China without a Reiichi comp. It's only practiced over there. Same thing with the defensive comp. Like, the thing was, I was aware of this Chinese comp, both sides, for quite a while. Quite a long time, actually. It's been, like, I believe 6 months since I've learned about the optimal Cosmite defense comp and learned why it worked. And it's worked in spades here as well. The Gala with massive amounts of intel gather, and then you have the Chio instead of the event here to stop any hard rushes, which is kind of the name of the game for attack sometimes. But and you get the hard holder, this time around being Tsubasa on the sniper, able to do your general A long holding. The Flavia able to hold close on box in case they do push A. And additionally, the Leona, which is probably the most important pick in that lineup there, because she is able to bring the sustain. She's able to bring Fortress. She's able to bring blocks for high-low setups. She's able to completely stop the idea of Reiichi plant walls, just in case that does happen. She's able to pick up where Flavia left off with Fortress, just in case it doesn't even work. If the Reiichi plants the bomb on A, uses the wall with Sanctified Shield with A3, it's completely fine because Fortress is available. It doesn't matter if the Flavia is not able to push through with Phantom Flutter. It'd be great if she did, but it's not needed. Fortress alone is allowing everyone to push out, just in case it happens. But it didn't even happen in the first place. We didn't even need it. Just because of the fact that they didn't do anything standard. Not, at least Students of Bimo didn't do anything standard. props to them for duking it out with Lucky Star this far in without any standard supposed strats. But so far, it seems that IU, his team, Lucky Star, absolutely dominated due to their general play being that much higher, especially when playing these supposed optimal comps on every single map so far. First map, they were able to straight up play optimal comp with the Nobunaga. Second map, they had close range hard holders. I don't even think they had the Yvette. They had the Chio, and they did have the Yvette. Yeah, they had the Yvette and they had the Chio. Close range, quote unquote, hard holders. They had the Yvette, which was mainly, obviously, I just said close range hard holder for 404. It's very unique for that map. And they had the Chio, complete counter to hard rushes, complete counter to anything that you want to do on that map. You have to play super unconventional on 404 to counter the Chio on that map. And on Cosmic, we literally just saw them play on Cosmic. They did an amazing attack half, mixing it up every single round. One round, they went B. The next round, they faked. Then one round, they went on to mid, used the teleports, and absolutely crunched them. They went to A on like another round, completely mixing up every single time. There was no card being shown that wasn't shown already. And Students of Bimo were left guessing which card was going to be played. And every single time, there was a new one, another one, a new one. And they just simply didn't know what to do there. Because they didn't know whether Lucky Star was going to go back on one of their strats or going to hit a new one. It was very, very hard to figure out what Lucky Star were going to do on the attack half. And on their defense, they had all the information they needed. The Gala's all they needed. They had an alert. They had a Chio. They had the Leona on top of his sky base looking over the arches. They had everything. It was very hard to push even when they went mid simply because Chio is a thing. It's so hard to push into a Chio as a hard rusher. That they just straight up won. Now, again, props to both sides. They played their heart outs. It was really good look for both sides here. But man, what a performance from Lucky Star. They went absolutely insane these 3 matches.
Well, let's have a look at those numbers, shall we? The MVP is IU with Fragrance and Galatea. Incredible information gathering, like you've mentioned, Kiers. 10 kills, 4 deaths, 32 assists, 3.3 thousand damage, and 285 combat score. And the overall MVP of this entire series is going to be Lucky Star with
Mo Lee. I'm not surprised whatsoever, especially with the amount of damage he's putting out and completely countering any hard push that comes his way. I am not surprised that Mo Lee is your full MVP, Ayatori APAC Cup. What is that F MVP? What does that mean? Full MVP?
Full MVP maybe. Final MVP. Final MVP. The
Really?
overall MVP calculated ever since they've stepped foot in the playoff bracket.
Wow, holy. Our
And
interviews with them?
and your Ayatori champions are
Yes,
Lucky
sir.
Stars.
Oh, yes, sir. Ayatori champion. Do we have that? Do we have that graphic? Did we just show that graphic? I wasn't paying attention. Did we show that graphic?
No, we did not show that graphic, bro. You were
Oh.
yapping so much.
Yeah, I did.
There's just so much to say. You went all out there. Incredible. I'm one that just consumes the content and then not say anything, right? And even then, I could tell this was a hype match. There's a lot to learn off from that final map alone. The first 2 maps, Students of Bimo really struggled. We could see their struggle as they were ramping up their pushes, ramping up their strategies, trying different comps, tactics, all of them just to be hit by a wall. And that
It's gonna be a
wall
large wall to
was
climb.
not knowing anything. It was like staring down the void, and that void would be Lucky Stars.
All right, so are we doing interview? Is that possible? Can we get someone here? We can get someone here, can we?
Are we doing an interview? Can we do an interview?
I mean, we can. Like, are we able to?
I mean, do they want to
They
do
have
an
access to the
interview?
official stronova server, right?
Yeah,
I
we
believe
do.
we can interview IU and or Harris team. I don't think it matters which one. They're both in the call still, so.
One, two. We'll be calling Lucky Stars in for an interview. No? No interview? Okay. I guess not. It's alright. Because we can just
I can
VOD
just DM
review.
him. I
You
can
can just
DM
DM
him.
him if you
We can DM both. We can DM Herrera and Yo.
Yo, do you
Hold
want
on,
to an
I'm just
interview?
DM both.
We can just get them in. Is that fine? Can we go off script a little? Because we want to know what happened in this final match.
Oh, okay, I said okay. I believe Herrera is probably gonna say okay. Do we want to go into the official Strinova server in order to do this?
No, no. Let's
Or
bring them in
Do we want to
Let's bring them in here.
to the staff Discord?
Yeah, bring them in here.
All right. Here I'll invite. You guys need to give them the roles. I just realized, but here I'll invite Ayu here first.
I can just move them in here.
There we
Wait,
go.
just invite them to the VCS
Yeah.
guests, right?
I don't. Oh, I didn't. I
Okay.
did not. It doesn't matter too much. I think we should be good.
The entire staff's like, okay. Ayu's joining first for an interview, exclusive interview.
I forgot. Are you introvert? It's fine. It's fine.
Ayu is an introvert? It's okay. Me too. But look at where I am. In the caster's booth, bro.
Hello, Ayu.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, how you doing, man? How do you feel?
We're feeling great. We just win the Ayatori Cup.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay, here's a
Yay.
question I want to ask, right? I want to ask you this right away. What are you going to do with the 10,000 Baba crystals that you've just won?
Oh my god. You must buy the swimsuits now.
Oh,
Oh,
Swimsuit? Anyone?
which one?
All
Which
the
one?
summers? All the summer
All of them?
skins?
I guess all of them.
all of them? All of them?
Yeah.
That's space.
10,000. Right?
You didn't even
Oh,
hesitate.
true. You can. Yeah, like no hesitation. Swimsuits.
No
Wow.
hesitation. Just go for the
Yep.
summers.
Swimsuit.
Yes, sir. Now, additionally, I have a couple other questions I immediately think of. I want to know how much did you guys practice for this tournament? Because it definitely seemed like you guys had certain things down that you would see in a 5v5 comp setting.
You guys know, as you guys know that I'm like an English speaker, and I was in a Chinese team, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't have anyone that speak English. So I tried to set up a lot of scrimmage for my teams. But in the end, it's like impossible to get down for like fast respawn from them. So we did like one scrim per week.
One scrims
Oh.
per week.
That's
Yep.
actually much more than what NA does sometimes.
That's
really nice,
That's a
though.
lot, really. To be able to keep up with a schedule like one scrim per week. What did you think your biggest challenge? Do you think group stage was a challenge for you at all here? Do you think anyone caught you off guard in the group stage? That's worth mentioning right now.
Oh, well, we
Or
were,
were they just too easy for you?
no, of course not. At some point, we were expecting to fight the Korean team, which has Effect in it. Because
yes.
Effect is
Become
a very
paper
well-known, become paper Debbie. He's a very well-known Korean FPS pro. So we were kind of shaken by it.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, we did the gamba, we won. So that's that.
Oh, no. That's huge. Now, I want to ask about your team compositions, mainly on defense. Because the biggest one that was, why can't I think of the word? That was very obviously different. Was your Cosmite defense. Now I knew about this comp for a very long time, so it was very nice to see it be played here. I wanted to know how long you guys knew about this comp and how long you guys practiced this composition with the supposed idea of Leona, Gala, Flav, Hardholder plus a supposing controller. This time it was Chio around here. But usually I believe it would be a Yvette usually, but you guys used Chio instead since you had Mo Yu Lee. So like, how long were you guys able to practice this and like actually like rub out all the kinks and all the imperfections of the comp?
If we're talking about practice with the whole team, we actually was perma ban Cosmite, so we didn't really put any practice in Cosmite.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Any reason for that?
Well, Cosmite, I play really bad. I have the worst win rate in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't have much confidence in playing Cosmite.
I was kind of surprised to see you play it so well, though. I was like, wow, you're really finding info on the Gala there. And actually playing it very well there.
Yeah, especially
did
as
I make you
Galatea.
proud?
Yeah, actually. I was like, wow. I was proud that Gal was even played.
Yeah, I practiced a whole month
like,
for that.
Literally, like I was like, you're the only guy that I could see play Gala in this tournament right now. And then you picked. I was like, yeah, it makes sense. Like it actually makes sense here.
Yep. And for other members, I think they are like, they are from China, so they play the Chinese version.
Yeah.
On China server, it's really popular that they use Leona for Cosmite, and then and then Snipers and Geo and Flavia. So it's expected that they would play it even without practice.
So this is like normal over in China. This is like a normal thing that you would see. And I remember last time I played in China, I looked at the leaderboard. I believe number 3 was a Leona main. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever. Yeah.
Yeah, then I picked Gala because Seafire air.
Yeah.
He's very tricky man with many tactics, so we have to find some info safely. So I tried to pick Gala there and try to find all the info for my team. That was the only reason I played it.
You did that very easily. Some of those rounds, it was a bit scary since you were like put in like the mid area, especially that round. You put in mid and you had to TP back up to Mo Yu Lee.
Yeah, I was kind of scared there too.
But yeah, again, congratulations. I don't think I have any more immediate questions here. Oh, one more actually. Wow, what was your reaction to that one round in 404 when they all hit right into the B side connector going into spawn, and then they all immediately died?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was clipped for sure.
Yeah, that was really clean. I did nothing. I actually did nothing. I saw all of them die. I saw them get scanned, and all of them died instantly. I don't know what happened.
That was wild. It was crazy.
Yeah, I just say try, super try.
Super try.
Super try. Well, do you have anything you want to say to the stream before you go?
Oh well, I cannot think of anything on top of my head.
Well, that's fine.
It was a fun tournament. Thank you for the production team. I think they put a lot of work in it. For the stream is so good. The caster, oh my god, thank you guys. Yes, you have to like wake up early in the morning to cast. That's crazy.
I do it usually. I did it for Mocha Cup.
Well, thank you
thank you for
the casters
being here, Ayu. Thank you for being here, Ayu. I hope we can see you next time when we host another one of these tournaments. It's time for
Okay.
Hair Air to. It's time for Hair Air to come up on stage to talk about his
Oh, I'm
experience in
still
the
crying,
Ayatori
man. Give me a
tournament.
moment. Give me a moment.
Should I be here?
No, no, you can
If you want to.
I'll leave then. I'll leave then. Good luck. Good luck.
All right, why don't you spew into the reality?
Oh,
I already know how you feel. That was a
bro,
very
I feel
interesting match.
confused. I feel confused.
Really?
Like, I feel like they took my lunch money and ran with it. I don't know.
Oh, like was it like a macro thing? Were they coming up with strats
Massively.
that you just didn't see? Or
I have never seen the Windy Town attack. Like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
put this
yeah,
way.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll give you guys some backstory. We've scrimmed them. Okay, we scrimmed them
Okay.
back when we had Uma, so our roster was a little different.
Yeah.
We did really well versus them with our double marksman. Okay, and they were playing the Yvette Combos Nation still, but they didn't have more Yuli, which made it a little different. But we had plenty of, like, we were fine sieging sites. The difference was they weren't consistently trying to, like, pressure us from, like, the back alley on B, if that makes sense. Like, they were really consistently just trying to run at you if you weren't watching the lanes. But their attack is what was so weird, because they were playing, like, basically a 4-man pinch setup for mid, and then the Reichi was just there to support it. So it was just so not what I'm used to, because I'm used to, you play towards A, you play towards B. If you play mid, generally, they don't run a Reichi, they run, like, a Sandcat or something, right? So they can, like, take control.
Yeah.
So it completely threw me off guard. And then Cosmo, I mean, have you ever seen a fucking Reichi-less attack destroy, like,
No.
I've never seen
I
it.
was actually aware of a really Reichi-less
You
comp
were
on that map.
aware.
It wasn't like I was aware of it. I was aware of the possibility and how it plays out, but they played it out like think of it like I knew the foundations, and then what I saw in that game was like the extensions of those foundations. I was like, what?
I've
like
never
the
even seen it.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
I'm watching College Cup right now. I've never seen it.
The original comp that was told about is instead of like the Mara, it's double sustained Bimo, no Ming.
I have seen that.
And yeah, that one. It's basically that. So when I saw the Reichi-less comp, I was like, it's gonna be some sort of version of that comp, and they kind of did it. But the thing that threw me off there was that they had no win nade. So funnily enough, you guys didn't even know when it was silent. There was this one round where it was very silent, and
round 2. Yeah, round 2.
Yeah, Yuri was mid. They weren't using a win nade. They were trying to do the pixel jump. They all failed.
Oh, seriously?
They were all
failed the pixel
That's kind of
jump.
comedic. They're all using the pixel jump. I was like, what am I, dude?
To be honest, you know what the biggest thing that annoys me the most, looking, like, just even thinking about it, I was just talking with a viewer. They do, I think it's something Global has to adapt in general. If you watched how they took control of certain spots, they always threw a sound grenade once they had taken control, and they would leave it. So, for example, Windy Town, they would push us out mid. If we didn't contest mid, they would push out mid. They'd use, like, arrow, whatever they needed to take mid. Then they'd throw a deep sound sensor, and then they'd just play back. Because now they know, like, mid's completely safe.
It is wild, dude.
And they did the same on
Like,
Cosmo.
Alert's like actually insane for 5v5.
Yeah, no, honestly, I'm like, part of me is like sad we lost, but the other part of me, like the nerd, is just like, holy shit, I need to study these.
That was me as well. I was like, wow.
If there's one skill you can actually steal from Lucky Star's team, what would it be? It's like one player, one skill, just all for yourself. That could turn the tides of the entire tournament. Who would it be, and what would it be?
I don't know. To be completely honest, I was really happy with my team's performance. I think I just let them down in the macro context. Like, I think my team still did really well, and I wouldn't really trade how they played or, how they've performed. As I said, I think generally speaking, I kind of let them down in the calling department. And I think on Cosmart specifically, I completely froze on the defense.
It feels like no one practiced Cosmite. So that pick as map 3, I honestly thought Ocarnus would be picked early, right? But Cosmite picked as map 3.
Yeah, look, we were expecting Tsubasa to play at the start, so we were expecting it to be Tsubasa in the lineup, not completely drop Tsubasa and bring in like a rifle core. Like, that threw us off. Like, the one thing seeing global teams do is they actually have deep rosters. So generally, most globally, you don't see in 20 teams, they run 5-man rosters, right? You can kind of guess what they're going to play roughly, or like the styles you can associate with them. The fact that they dropped their sniper to enter another rifle and play like a 4 rifle was insane. So it kind of threw me. And they did this to me in MMC too as well, by the way.
Oh boy.
Last 2 times I burst, because I studied, like I prepped, and all my prep was useless again.
It's like what? Like what is this?
Yeah, like. Do you guys want to see something? I can post it in your caster chat so you can see it. Hold up.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
We'll describe it as much as we can.
Oh yeah, you can't really show it, can you?
Oh yeah. While you're doing it, by the way, there's someone in the chat that asked about how did you adapt to the language barrier to communicate with your team?
Bro, we share about 6 words in common. That's about it.
I'll
run you through it. All right. So essentially, the big thing is tempo. So with my teammates, one thing I try to make them understand was tempo. So yukiri, I don't even know if that was the correct word, but yukiri just meant slow down. Yukiri. So just slow down. Yeah. So I just want them to so when we would push, for example, on mid town, if we were pushing mid to A, and I wanted them to slow down and look back towards B, be like yukiri. And that just meant to them okay, slow down. Let's just look for picks. And then it'd be we just call bomb site and they know what to go, or mid to B. And they'd be like, okay. Damage Koko was here. Doko was where. So a lot of the times were Doko. For us going into this series, we heavily emphasized on focusing where the Mara was. Because we were expecting Lurk Mara. So it'd be Doko Mara.
You just didn't left.
As someone who watches anime, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Here.
But it was just essentially it was really minuscule comms, but it was just enough to everyone understood what was it?
Yeah, what you needed to get done, right?
Yeah, it was I had another one. It was Ikuzo. That was the other one.
Oh yeah. Ikuzo is like we go or something.
Ikuzo, go. Yeah. Right?
Okay, Ikuzo. Yeah. That was our go word.
Did you get when you guys practice at all? How did you guys run that down? Did you have someone help translate to them so they got the No, you just gotta
we sat there. I pulled up Strinova Map Assistant. There's clips of me doing this on stream. I pulled up Strinova Map Assistant. I made sounds and I showed them what I wanted them to do.
So the caveman method. You're yukiri. Oh
no. It'd be Subasa. Okay, Mina, and Koko, and it'd be I'd have the little Kanami figure on the map or something, and be la da 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 da. Oh, check it. Okay, la da 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 da.
Is it like when the kid plays with their figurines and something like that?
Yes.
Is that something similar?
Yes, and they understood.
Pew.
But we also have a translator. There. Yeah. And we also have a translator bot that's set up in the Discord so that everyone can so I can type and they can see what I'm typing. I'm going to quickly share my screen just so the casters, you guys can get an idea of what prep I did have. And then you can see what I mean when I say they didn't even use their prep at all. Oh. So this was Lucky Stars Pathing 88, right? Didn't matter, but Tsubasa always did the same thing. Here, scan, push. So we had a bunch of counter strats for this. We basically had
the infamous split.
Yeah, we basically had everything mapped out. Same thing, their heavy reliance on a lurker, which they didn't use again. So it's, as I said, it was very.
So basically,
very
you've used the Strinova Map Assistant, drew out diagrams to your team, and used Google Translate to help communicate your strategies.
Even a translator bot.
Yes.
That is wow. That is Subarashi. Here Nihongo. What was
Muri.
it called?
Nihongo Muri.
Jozo. Here Nihongo Jozo.
Basically,
but as the brain of the team, you actually did pretty well. The first map, you actually almost won 7-9. Are you proud of those 7 points?
To be honest with you, I'm extremely proud of the team. Given the situation of just again having to try and adapt. I think if tonight the language barrier really hurt us the most because they couldn't quickly communicate to me what was going wrong. That was the biggest thing. So we couldn't troubleshoot, which tended to just me and Yui having conversations on how to fix things. We have a lot to do going forward, so I think everyone's going to stay together. We're going to
really
actually go in. I'm either going to pay someone or we're going to go get someone to be our translator as well. As a
That's
coach.
kind of sick. Wait, that's
That
kind of
is-
crazy.
Wow, that's
gonna be
that's
beautiful.
so cool.
We're going to be a bit
We're
more
looking
organized.
forward to it when we see
gonna
you
get to see
next
him.
time
Yeah.
in a tournament. So it's glad to have you here. Anything you want to say to the audience before you leave?
Yeah, sure. Well, both to the audience and you guys. So, starters to the audience, thank you all so much for supporting the Ayatori Cup. Thank you for kind of being around in the community, supporting, being in everyone's streams as well, and just kind of supporting Strinova in general. Without you guys, these types of things don't happen. So, massive shout out to you guys. To the casters, again, massive shout out to you guys, because without you, these tournaments aren't fun to watch. So thank you. Give yourselves a pat on the back.
That's flattering.
And
Although
finally,
Kiers takes all the credit. It was all Kiers, honestly.
What? You did some casting. You did good casting too. Like,
the
no,
spectating as well. The spectating should also, like, you guys don't have kill feeds, so still do what you guys did was amazing.
Yeah, there was no skill feed, bro. Please fix that.
Fix it.
Finally, just to everyone who entered Ayatori, regardless of your skill level, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was a learning experience. And I hope to, see you all continue to enjoy Strinova. And for anyone who wants to learn, just reach out to anyone that's been involved in the tournament. I'm sure most players would be happy to help. And if you're a lower level team and you want coaching or something or help, I know for a fact the coaching program we have on the Strinova Discord is still really strong. But yeah.
Yeah. Glad to have you here. Well,
Anyway,
this will
thank
be
you
a
guys.
wrap
You too.
for the Ayatori tournament. This will be a wrap. Lucky Stars won. Herrera is still in VC, and we get to watch. We get to watch them. We get to watch Lucky Stars walk away with 70,000 bottle crystals in their bag.
Holy. How much money is that in like IRL? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Wait,
I
I actually
don't
do
know.
have one more. I think I remembered the question, and it's gone.
Oh,
Okay,
you
I
finally
the question.
remembered the question.
I remember the question, and then no, there it is. There it is. Gonna. Oh, where do you look to go after this? Like, what's the next plans otherwise? Or,
For
Are
us?
you guys entering, you guys entering like another tournament, like maybe like Mocha Cup or something like that?
maybe Mocha Cup. It depends. If everyone is not playing Fate, then yeah, we'll play Mocha Cup. I think.
Okay. You didn't have to bring in the other game in here.
I don't want to talk about it either, bro. But like, look, Strinova forever, baby.
bro.
I'm not even gonna download that shit. All right, Strinova forever. Let's go.
I had to do it for
Strinova
casting,
for
man.
life.
I had to do it for casting.
Anyway,
Strinova for life. That's it for
appreciate
Ayatori.
you
We
guys.
gotta wrap this up, otherwise
Yep.
Saya will get mad. So
Yeah.
see you next time. This is me, Snowy, joined by Kiers for the
Hi.
Ayatori tournament. Lucky Stars your champion, and we'll see you in the Strinova
Whenever.
server.
Yes, sir.
Discord.gg/Strinova. That's your cue to end.